You can begin your yoga practice today laying down on your back with your knees bent and your feet on the ground. Take a moment to arrange your body in a way that feels comfortable and supportive for you. And then let your hands rest wherever they fall naturally. You can close your eyes completely or soften your gaze. And in your own time, begin to drop into the rhythm of your own breath. You can breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. And as time passes, you might notice that your breath naturally becomes a little bit deeper and a little bit longer. Allow the edges of your body to soften, as if you were inviting any residual tension from your day to begin to melt away. Each time you exhale, feel your front body soften backwards towards your back body. And feel your back body move towards the ground. Every time you breathe out, there's a sense that your body is moving back and down. And with every breath, you're becoming more anchored and more connected to the floor beneath you. Extend your arms out wide on the ground beside you into a letter T shape. You can line up your wrists with your shoulders and turn your palms to face up towards the ceiling. Feel welcome to keep your arms like this or bend your elbows to create a cactus shape with your arms if you want to feel more opening through your chest. Lower your knees towards the right side of your mat for a windshield wiper twist. And at your own pace, begin to windshield wiper your knees from side to side. See if you can move a little bit slower than you would be naturally inclined to move here. And begin to notice maybe a gentle sensation of opening around your hips and your pelvis. Notice what you're feeling today around your lower back, through your abdomen, and along your inner thighs. Today's yoga practice is done completely lying down on your back. And what's important is that you focus on breathing deep the whole time. Try to take a couple more windshield wipers here at your own pace. And as you move your legs, do your best to keep your shoulder blades and the back of your head anchored to the earth. The next time your knees come back to center, keep your legs here. Pause to notice how that initial movement felt in your body. You can hug your right thigh in towards your abdomen, and you can interlace your fingers around your right shin or behind your right thigh, wherever you can reach without strain. Extend your left leg long out in front of you along your mat. Firm the muscles of your legs as if you were hugging them in towards your bones. Notice how that makes you feel a little bit more steady, more stable here. And if you can, I want you to think about rolling your left inner thigh down towards the floor so that you connect to a little bit of internal rotation in your extended leg. Try to keep your feet flexed, so feel your toes moving back towards your shins. And keep breathing nice and deep, in through your nose and out through your nose. You can choose to remain right here, or you can use one hand or both hands to guide your right knee out to the right so that your right thigh goes out a little bit wider than your rib cage. And it's almost as if you're moving your right knee towards your right armpit. Stay here or move towards half happy baby pose. Reach with your right hand for the outer edge of your right foot, or wrap your first two fingers around your big toe. This is Ardha Ananda Balasana. If it ever feels like too much to have your left leg extended in this pose, simply bend your left knee and put your left foot down on the floor. You might notice a sense of broadening through your lower back, the back of your pelvis, and even through your lower abdomen in this shape. Bring your right knee back to center. Give your thigh a squeeze towards your abdomen, and then we'll set up for a gentle twist. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee and hook your right thumb into the crease of your right hip. Wrap your other fingers around the outside of your hip and roll your right thigh out to the right and down as if you were trying to create more length through your right side waist. Draw your right leg over to the left, any amount, to find a twist that works for you. Option to extend your right arm out to the right on the floor beside you. And if it feels okay on your neck, you can even turn your gaze towards your right hand. Allow both of your shoulders to soften naturally towards the ground. And find a little bit of softness in the muscles of your face. Relax the space between your eyebrows, unhinge your jaw. Bring your right leg back to center, and then hug both of your thighs towards your abdomen and give your legs a squeeze. We're going to switch sides. Hug your left thigh in towards your abdomen. You can keep your right foot on the ground, or you can extend your right leg long out in front of you along the floor. Try to imagine that your right leg is getting a little bit heavier here in this pose, almost as if your right thigh is moving down towards the floor. Use your hands to continue to pull your left thigh closer to your abdomen so that you create a little bit of gentle pressure there. You can stay right here, or if you like, you can use your hands to guide your left knee out to the left, just a little bit wider than your left hip. This might be a nice place to stay. You can also take half happy baby pose on this side by reaching for the outer edge of your left foot with your left hand, or by wrapping your peace fingers around your left big toe. If you're in half happy baby pose, use your left hand to pull down on your left foot. You can also keep your right hand on the front of your right hip here and use that hand to guide the back of your right hip down towards the ground. So there's this sense that you have a balanced connection to the floor through the back of your pelvis. See if there's space to take your breath just a little bit deeper into your body. Perhaps your inhales can travel further down than the bottom of your rib cage, into your abdomen and into your lower back. Use your hands to guide your left thigh back to center. And then set up for a gentle spinal twist. Take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Option to hook your left thumb into the crease of your left hip and roll your left thigh out to the left and down. Think about creating more length through your left side waist, more space between your left shoulder and the top of your left hip. You can stay here, or you can send your left arm out to the left on the floor beside you. Take another full breath in and out. Take your time to bring your legs back to center. It might feel nice to hug your legs in towards your belly or extend both of your legs long out in front of you. You can bend your knees and place your feet on your mat, hip width distance apart and parallel. We're going to start to move in and out of bridge pose a few times. Gather your shoulder blades together at the back of your heart on the floor. Press the back of your skull into the ground and then push your feet down into your mat until you're able to lift your hips and pelvis off the floor. Lift your hips up just to a point that works for you and then slowly lower your spine all the way back down to your mat. We're going to keep going like this. Option to add your arms as well. Each time you lift your hips and pelvis up off the floor, you can also reach your arms up overhead along the ground behind you. And each time you lower your spine down to the ground, you can take your arms back down by your sides. It's kind of like you're floating in and out of bridge pose with your breath. Every time you inhale, ride the wave of your breath as you lift your hips and pelvis and reach your arms up overhead. And every time you exhale, slowly lower your back body and your arms down to the ground. Do your best to synchronize your movement with the rhythm of your own breath. If it ever feels like too much to move the arms while you're doing this, simply keep your arms down by the sides of your body, or even hold on to the edges of your mat with your hands and pull down a little bit, and that might make you feel more secure in the pose. The next time you lower your hips and your pelvis to the ground, keep them there. With your knees bent and your feet on the floor, cross your right ankle over your left thigh to create a figure 4 shape in your legs. You can stay right here and you can take your right hand to your right thigh and push your right thigh away from you. Or you can interlace your fingers behind your left thigh and use your hands to pull your legs in closer towards your belly. If you're holding onto the back of your left leg here in this pose, see how it feels to shift your hips just ever so slightly to the left. So you really find the center of the back of your pelvis. Do your best to keep your shoulder blades on the ground, the back of your head on the ground, and then come back to your breath, just like you've been doing. Release the sole of your left foot to your mat, but keep the figure 4 shape in your legs. Extend your arms out wide into a letter T shape on the ground beside you, and then start to roll towards the outer edge of your left foot as you lower the sole of your right foot towards the ground for a figure 4 twist. Your right foot might not touch the ground in this pose, and that's completely okay. It doesn't have to touch anything, and if it doesn't quite touch the floor, you can always put a block underneath it. Turn your gaze towards your right hand. Do your best to keep thinking about pointing your right knee up towards the ceiling while you're in this shape. Feel that beautiful sense of lengthening through your right side body. Bring your legs back to center. We're going to switch sides. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Reclined figure 4. Stay right here if this feels like enough. Option to interlace your fingers behind your right thigh. Use your hands and your arms to pull your legs in towards your abdomen. And then make sure that your breath is nice and deep. If your hips have a tendency to be pulled over to one side when you're in this pose, see if you can make some little micro adjustments here to really find your center. So most likely you'll have to shift your hips or your legs just slightly to the right in this posture. Take another full breath in and out. If you're holding on to the back of your right leg, release the sole of your right foot to your mat, but keep the figure 4 shape. Roll towards the outer edge of your right foot as you lower the sole of your left foot towards the ground beside you. It's kind of like you're lowering your outer right thigh to the ground. Figure 4 twist. Option to extend your arms out wide into a T shape. You can always keep your hands close to your body as well if that feels better for you. Bring your legs back to center. Uncross your left ankle from your right thigh. Draw both of your thighs in towards your abdomen and hold on to your legs wherever you can reach. It might feel nice to separate your knees just a little bit wider than your hips here. Or you could take your hands onto the backs of your thighs just behind your knees. If you can reach comfortably today, try to hold on to the outer edges of your feet with your hands for happy baby pose, Supta Ananda Balasana. If your feet feel a little bit far away, remember that you can always keep your hands on the backs of your knees instead. As you breathe in happy baby, every time you exhale, allow your navel to sink back towards your spine and feel your belly soften, kind of like a little pocket here. As your abdomen softens back and down, notice the relationship between your belly and your lower back and feel your lower back soften into the earth as well. Gently release, let the soles of your feet come down to your mat. We're going to set up for Shavasana, or the final posture of your choice. You can extend your legs long out in front of you along your mat, and you can let your arms rest down by the sides of your body with your palms facing up. Take a moment to make any little fidgets that you need to so that you feel really centered. Allow the edges of your body to soften. And allow your breath to come to you on its own, without any effort, without the need to control or manipulate your breathing. Allow yourself to rest completely. Stay here for as long as you need to. If you're ready to come out of Shavasana, take a deep breath in through your nose and release a big cleansing sigh out your mouth. You might start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. You can roll your wrists and your ankles. Take a little bit of time to bring some awareness back into your body. You can bend your knees. Bring the soles of your feet to rest on your mat. And take a moment to simply notice what you feel. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'll see you next time.